Hello friends, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel Football Therapy. That's right, with me, your host Jan. I hope you're doing well, and I really do hope that's here to bring you some scintillating news and talking points from around football. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, I want to comment on Man City being found in breach of breaking over 100 counts, is that how you say it, of financial rules. I don't know if this is FFP per se, but Martin Ziegler of the Times with a scintillating dagger, and I'm going to be real, this is perfect timing for Todd Boehly's not high flying, Todd Boehly's big spending West London Cowboys. Beautiful distraction, although I'm not suggesting for a second that Chelsea are doing anything wrong, because they are intelligent footballing men, financial big guns, Clear Lake capital, coming into the Premier League with their heads screwed on appropriately, knowing about financial fair play. And Todd Boehly was interviewed as they were trying to buy Chelsea. FFP is starting to bare its teeth, or show its teeth, something to do with its teeth. Either way, it's not good when it's involving teeth. It ain't good. We're going to talk about that. Maybe a bit of Chelsea, João Felix, Mason Mount. Is he going to go? Wagwan. Let me know. Please do like the video. It's a good way of supporting the content. And I'll love you for doing it. You're welcome to subscribe, and you should hit the bell if you choose to do so. Alright, well, yeah, Martin Ziegler of the Times saying, breaking! In capitals. Man City charged with by Premier League. So yeah, this isn't FFP UEFA thing. This is the league, the Premier League, with numerous breaches of financial rules following a 4-year investigation. That's a long investigation. 4 years. This is unprecedented, he says. Range of sanctions possible, including points deduction if breach is approved. This is sensational stuff, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the jury. There'll be no boys and girls in the jury. What kind of jury is this? Get out of here, who brought your kids in here? So they're hit with 100 breaches of charge. More than 100! More than 100! More than 100! How many times am I going to say more than 100? That is quite literally crazy, man. Look, this is what I might do is I might put this on the screen for you, man, to see if this makes any ruddy sense for us to read through. This is essentially what Martin Ziegler has posted on Twitter. To give you context, if I can find a way to use my computer, here we go. Yeah, so this is it, right? We have to make this a lot bigger. Oh, this is Chicken Oriental, man. In respect to the seasons 09-010 to 17-18 inclusive, the Premier League rules application of those seasons required provision by a member of the Premier League in the utmost good faith of accurate financial fair information that gives a true and fair view of the club's financial position, in particular with respect of its revenue, including sponsorships. Now, of course, there's been big stories about the sponsorship with Man City, that they were funneling in their own money. Of course, they're owned by Abu Dhabi. They're a state-backed club. They have unlimited funds, and the alleged stories were that they were funneling their own money through sponsorships or their own making, essentially, allegedly. Look how many seasons there are. And look at all these B and E numbers. It's like a really unhealthy child snack. You know, when you look at the ingredients and the nutritional information, oh, no, this doesn't look good. It's got B13, C78, C79, C86, and C87. But boy, is it delicious, Mum. Can you get me one? Bro, that's a lot of seasons. 11, 12... 11, 10, I can't talk. 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, all the way up to 17, 18. And, yeah, bro, that's a lot of seasons. So I guess this is having someone who is... So there are two sort of genres, if you will. One is like having a dude in the team that presents. It's all going sweetly financially. The second is each of the seasons of these in the Premier League rules applicable to those seasons requiring a member of a club to include full... I think basically, right, I'm no financial expert, right? And you might think... Surely not, yeah. No, it's true. I'm not a financial airport. I can't even freaking talk. I've had my coffee too recently. I'm now a financial airport. And thank you if you've got this far in the content for staying with me and supporting me and trying to keep me afloat. But this is a sensational story. Financial airports aside, clearly a gentleman, a representative from each club, whether it's from Man City or I'm guessing it's from an external governing body, has to be like integrated into the club and being like, are you guys doing this properly? Let me have a look at the books. I guess an audit, right? Kind of. This is unprecedented. I genuinely did think this went away after the UEFA investigation, because UEFA, of course, found Man City in breach of financial fair play. You'll remember the story. They kicked him out of the Champions League for 2 years with a fine. Man City got their big boy lawyers to take them to the Court of Arbitration of Sport, which is obviously what we did Chelsea when we got the transfer ban. We got it halved by going to CAS. They did that in terms of UEFA, and they basically said, no, they're fine. So UEFA was proven to have no strength in their own competition and their own system, and Man City were like given a fine that meant nothing to them because of them being a financial behemoth, and they were immediately reintegrated back into the Champions League. So after that, I thought, right, well, it's a loss. I know financial fair play is a thing. PSG gets slaps on the wrist every now and again. Like I said at the top of the video, Todd Boehly has been talking about it. He has been talking about it. He's been saying, look, it's important. We have to navigate this. They're seemingly confident that they are navigating it. They've come into the ownership with their eyes open after Roman Abramovich. And one would hope, touch wood, fingers crossed and everything, that we as Chelsea are doing this by the books, regardless to this profound spend. In fact, Chelsea are trying to get a further exemption in financial fair play. That's kind of worth talking about right now, that due to us being sanctioned, we weren't able to generate X amount of revenue, and therefore we should be given extra leniency in financial fair play. Now, I hope our strategy... What's that noise? Don't know if you can hear that. I hope our strategy isn't banking on that, because that sounds like a what if. I absolutely understand. You go for it. You try and go for it. You say, look, we couldn't make money for X amount of time while sanctioned. A lot of money. We couldn't sell stuff. We couldn't get people in the stadium. There was a lot of things to consider when we were sanctioned. So technically, the new owners and the club itself, the owner was sanctioned, but the club itself as an entity in isolation was hamstrung in terms of developing revenue. So I kind of understand that would make sense, and I understand why they're going for that and that appeal, but I hope their current position isn't dependent on that. In the same way, I hope Chelsea's current financial position in spending isn't dependent on reaching top four, because hot dog! That ain't gonna happen unless like a miracle happens. Who knows? But yeah, comment down below on the financial situation, because that is absolutely incroyable. And let's talk about some Chelsea stuff. So, João Felix's suspension is over, and we will see him play the next game against West Ham. Probably in a number 10. I know a lot of people have been frustrated with Kai Havertz. I've said this recently, but I would like to see him given another chance to combine with João Felix on the pitch, man, because he looked good. And we need that creativity. There are 3 clean sheets in a row, lovely stuff, but we need some pizzazz, some spark, and João Felix should bring that on the pitch. He's had plenty of time to acclimatise to the team and the club now. He's seemingly very happy with London, with his teammates and everything, so I'd like to hope he won't have the same rush of blood to his head what saw him got sent off with that silly 2-footed tackle that, yes, he tried to pull out of, but it was silly. And it was a red, and it was Diego Simeone, Atletico Madrid, all over it, wasn't it, guys? So we'll see what happens there. I'm very excited to see him back. But I also did want to have a word on Mason Mount. Apparently there's conflicting reports on his contract. We've spoken about this in recent videos, saying, look, he wants to stay at Chelsea. I think Chelsea want to keep him, though he is a Portsmouth fan. He is a Chelsea boy in terms of the academy. And there's that nice story when he used to say to his old man, he's going to be the first one since John Terry to become a regular first teamer. And he did that. It wasn't Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It wasn't really Reece James. He came a little bit after. It was Mason Mount. And he did score over 10 goals and 10 assists in the Premier League. He was amazing in that Champions League run, scoring against Real Madrid, creating the winner in the final against the aforementioned in trouble Man City. He did win consecutive player of the seasons. He was a starter for a lot of important stuff here. Now, in the culture wars on Chelsea fandom, he splits and divides opinion. And my position is this. I think right now he should be benched. I think he's overcooked and I think he looks lost. But I don't want to lose him. I don't want to sell Mason Mount. I also don't want to give him 300k a week. I want him to be on this same new structure as everyone else. But I want to find a way that he feels valued and we can keep him. It's tough because if James did just get one of these superstar contracts before, we're handing out these lesser ones, and he's obviously going to feel undervalued. He's on very, very little money right now. He was always going to get a massive pay rise, but maybe he only gets double rather than like quadruple whatever James got or Reece James got. Look, bro, the truth is, you might not be the biggest Mason Mount fan, you might be, but clubs will want him. Liverpool want him. I know Liverpool are crap right now, but Liverpool wanted him when they were great. They will put him straight in their three-man midfield as number 8. And, loads of teams. I saw James Alcott saying he starts in 90% of the teams. He's in the starting 11 in 90% of the teams in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? And so that at the very least, you want him in your squad and you want to see him a lot on the pitch. He's got so much experience at such a young age. He's such a talented and excellent player. I really think people need to take a breath. When Chelsea are playing poor, when, you want to find a player to shout at. I get it. He was Lampard's son. He was like the sort of Brexit version of Sarri's son, Jorginho, to his Lampard. But, Potter played him. Tuchel played him. Everyone loves him. He clearly does something right on the pitch. And he's an asset that would be devastating to lose for Chelsea Football Club. And it would be so painful to see us just let him go and him just flourish elsewhere and offer all that productivity and application and professionalism elsewhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? I put it out to you guys. I want to hear your opinions on João Felix, Mason Mount, and really interestingly, Man City, because I do think this is a sensational, huge story. Please do drop a like on the video. You're welcome to sub, and I'd urge you to turn on the bell if you sub, because I upload every day, and you want to be there if you enjoyed my company, because I enjoy yours. See you guys very soon. Peace.